Welcome. This is Relationships 101 Podcast, your introduction to a healthy,
committed
relationship. I'm your host, Sylvester Wilson.
And I'm your co-host, JasMeka Wilson.
Yes. Love them colors. Are you tearing down your house or are you building it up?
And we ain't talking about no real estate. I know everybody trying to rehab something, invest in something, trade something.
Flip something.
Flips. Flip something, flip an investment property. We ain't talking about that.
Yeah.
We talking about your relationship. Are you tearing it down or are you building it? Last week, we talked about the ABCDs of trust.
Yes.
We just talked about it. We told y'all what it looked like, what it should look like. Sound good, right? Mm-hmm. But it's like, how do you be that? How can I be it? What are some things I can do to become able, believable, connected, dependable? What are some things I can do? So I want to throw the first question at you.
ABC. Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Hey, these things ain't easy as 1, 2, 3 though. Ain't easy as 1, 2, 3. Nah, it takes some work. Let me see you work. Yeah, so this episode we talking about how to put in that work. How can you be more able? So I'm gonna throw the first question at you, babe. How did you learn how to become a competent husband?
A competent husband?
Same thing as able. How did you become a husband?
Well,
you're not always a husband.
I mean, contrary to popular belief, right? It's very little that you can do to train for this type of position. Mm-hmm. Most of that readiness and training that you're gonna get is gonna be actually doing it. It's gonna happen on the field, you know what I'm saying? Doing it while you're doing it, in action, in motion, striving to be the best you that you can be in that position, and coming across those, trial and error. Mm-hmm. Really, we done had some trials and some errors.
Absolutely.
And I think more so, it's about how you recover from them. Mm-hmm. That's what teaches you how to actually operate better in that position.
So you feel like your experience as a husband made you be able or competent to be that?
Yeah, because even if I didn't grow up in a 2-parent household. Mm-hmm. So it's not like I didn't have like a blueprint or even memories of of seeing that I could actually take from. And some people may have that, and that's great. But even if you have that, I feel like it's still a whole new reality that's going to slap you in the face when you actually doing it yourself.
Right.
So I feel like experience is the best teacher. I mean, knowing how you don't know really how able you are at anything until it's tested.
Mm-hmm. Well, for me personally, I'm the wife that's researching how to be a better wife, how to communicate to this man, how to show him I love him, how to not have my angry outbursts, how to say this in a nicer tone, how to have more patience. I became a competent wife by researching and kind of putting myself around. Like I'm not surrounded by a lot of married women, but I surround myself with the knowledge of how to be a wife. So that was a way that I became able, like putting myself out there and researching.
What was it that you if you're in the presence of wealthy people, you should ask questions?
Yeah, you should ask questions. Don't talk about yourself.
All right. So in that same thing, I feel like that's what you You did.
Yeah, but
without actually being physically around them. You know, seeking that knowledge and actually doing that research you can find them in books. You can find them online, and you can find them.
Right, that's what I was about to say, because I wasn't around many women that I can go to and ask, but I asked the internet, I asked YouTube, I asked books. I was watching spiritual leaders. Like during that time, I was heavy on Joyce Myers and Creflo and Taffy. So I just surrounded myself in that on becoming that. But first I had the desire to want to be that. So you can't be the competent wife or the able wife if you don't desire it. There first has to be a desire for it to be fulfilled. Like, you gotta want it.
You gotta want it.
You gotta want it.
You gotta want it. I was a little boy. Since I was a little boy, I remember people telling me, "Oh, you're gonna be a good husband."
They probably prophesied that over your life.
And they just kind of, and it planted the seed in me. You know what I'm saying? To actually want to become that.
We got questions, y'all. Are you married to your best friend?
Are you married to your business partner? If so, head on over to relationships101podcast.com. We'll drop the link down in the description.
Where you can go ahead and pick up a shirt for you and pick up a shirt for her.
Nah, fella, you know the ladies like to shop. You can pick up a shirt for you and pick up a shirt for him.
And both of y'all can rep that grind and that hustle that y'all do every day.
Every day.
So I know definitely that had a lot to do with it. So just a little sidebar that, you know, let's be careful what we speaking over these children. What you saying to a child. If his daddy ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't tell him you just like your daddy. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't tell him don't tell him that he gonna be just like him. Speak those things that you want. You know what I'm saying? Into those children.
Your experience was a little different from mine. I remember my mom, pastor, years ago. I think we mentioned him before in another episode, Pastor Lloyd. He told my mom, Jazz gonna be married. I believe I was like 18 and 19. Jazz gonna be married. Prepare her to be a wife, and she's gonna do this. I was like, what Jazz? He ain't talking about me. I ain't about to marry nobody. Like, he's not talking about me. And what it was, 2 years later, Jazz was that wife. So it's like, my point in saying it is that some of us are called to be it. Like, it ain't no way around it. Because I will swear my mama down. He's seeing wrong. You got 2 other girls. Maybe he think it's me, but it might be Sheena. It might be somebody else, but it ain't me. So I definitely believe in my heart that I was called to be a wife. One of our pastors who we went to years ago, we're no longer a part of him, but he used to always ask, how did you learn how to become a wife? And I truly submitted myself to God on that journey, because your girl ain't know how to be one. I'm just being honest. How the song go? I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. How it go? I'm not. I'm making up a song?
Probably.
Let's be honest. Let's be real.
I don't know. If y'all know what she's talking about some Slim Chance, you know what she talking about, this song? Put it down in the comments for us, please.
Help me out. But yeah, let's just be honest. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I in my heart to heart, I believe I was called to be a wife. And by God's grace and guidance, I became competent and able. I'm not perfect. Never said I was perfect. And y'all, that's the problem. Y'all be breaking that trust of somebody being perfect. And ain't nobody perfect.
Nobody.
Because if we was perfect, we don't need him. We don't need Jesus. So I'm not perfect. I'm competent. I'm able. I can stand up. I can do it. But I think we gave them enough. Being able, you know how to resolve problems, develop skills, good at what you do. You get experience, you use your skills, you seek help, and you invest in yourself.
I know another thing too that in regards to being able in a position of being a husband and wife, we had a very profound conversation with Pastor Lloyd one time too, very early on in our marriage. And he was like, you gotta take care. He was a prophet, so he was very hard. No nonsense guy. Love him. He was like, your job is to take care of her and to look out for her. And he told her, your job is to take care of him and to look out for him. As long as she watching her back and she watching yours, right? Then y'all ain't gonna have no problems.
Right.
That's it. Not me for me for her. Mm-hmm. Not her for herself or her for me. Mm-hmm. And you ain't gotta worry about looking out for yourself when you got the other person looking out for you, and vice versa. So that's really what it is, and that's kind of like the dance and getting used to, getting allocated to actually knowing how to do that and operate that way.
Absolutely. I love it. So moving on to letter B, which is believable. We've had some instances where, hey, our trust is getting shaken here. Let's be a man of our word, woman of our word, and help me with this trusting you. Mm-hmm. So I would say believable is just acting in integrity, letting your actions line up with your words, like just being honest and transparent. And yeah, but I think in order to be that, you got to be delivered. I'm just being honest, just being real. But I think you got to be delivered to be vulnerable and open and honest, and you got to be striving really for that.
Okay. When you say delivered, what does that mean?
Just like being, because we're imperfect. Mm-hmm. We're flawed. Definitely. Whatever your sin may be, it may be lying for you. It may be adultery for somebody else. It may be sneaking money out the house for somebody else. It may be inappropriate conversations. Mm-hmm. It's just different stuff. And all those actions make you not believable. Right. So in that, we got to be delivered from some strongholds or some, I don't want to, it's just what it is.
So again, we back on the character flaw. Mm-hmm. Right? Or you know what I'm saying? I think that's a test of character. Being believable, having the integrity, being who it is that you say you are when nobody's looking. Being who it is that you say you are or that you stand for in the face of anything. Mm-hmm. So that's what I think believable really does.
Yeah, be honest, be real, be you. It's hard. Oh yeah. But if you striving for, I'm going to make this right, I'm going to perfect this, it's a little easier.
And I think too, with believable, I mean, that we are talking about trust, like ways to build trust in a relationship. I think, yeah, you want that person to believe that you are who it is that you say you are. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, first, I think you want to believe that you are who it is that you say you are. You know what I'm saying? You want to believe that. Like, believe that about yourself first. Mm-hmm. And then that will relay to everybody else. Not just the person you with, but that'll relay to you. Like, you understand. You will feel like, oh, nah, he real. He really what it is that he say he is. Because guess what? He believe it. It may be some people that may not even believe you. You know what I'm saying? That may not even believe you. Like, nah, I know her past, or I know his past. He ain't really built like that, right? He ain't really on that. But it's like, you get around that person and they believe themselves so much. It's like, well, dang. Either they crazy, either they delusional, or they really about that life. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, believable is a big one though, because it's like you'll ask somebody. Well, somebody will be like, she don't trust me. He don't trust me. But when you really dive into it, a lot of violation took place and you did some unbelievable things that broke their trust. Yeah, like you did some things that really kind of broke the trust and you got to rebuild it. Yeah. It's not like, trust isn't just, to me, everybody's different. I don't just hand out trust. Like, here's all my trust. Show me what you gonna do with it. I don't do it. Sorry, but my trust is in God. Mere man, it's a test. Like, you on a test. Like, I'm gonna give you the room to show me that you're, I can't trust you.
But you don't try.
I don't just hand it.
They don't try.
No. Mm-mm. And you know that for yourself. Yeah. I said it on the last episode. I was checking phones. Let me make sure this man bought what he said he bought. Inappropriate conversations going on. Meetings happening outside of me. Like, I just don't hand out trust. Like, do what you gonna do to me and destroy me. No. I'm watching your actions. I'm watching how you move. Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta be believable. You gotta be believable.
Be believable.
See.
Connected. I'm gonna let you have that one because that's the area your girl's still growing in.
But what is that though? Connected? What does it mean for you to be connected? I feel like, what do you feel like connection does to building trust in the relationship?
It makes the relationship stronger. Like, you know how the person moving, you know what they're doing, you know what they're thinking. You feel like you are a part of that person's world. But it just building connection takes work. It takes time. You got to invest in the person. You got to be interested in that person.
Yeah.
So with me, the only reason I said I'm taking time in, and a lot of people may need to raise your hand on this one. I can't see you raise it, but you need to. When you're connecting with somebody, you need to have empathy. I always operated out of this place of sympathy. Like, I feel sorry for you, but I ain't gonna get down in the trenches with you and really like cry with you and you got a cloud, I got a cloud too. That never was me. So the reason I'm saying I need to improve in my area of connectivity, because I need to show some empathy and not just sympathy. So just being connected to somebody build trust, because you feel like you are a part of that person's world. You know what they like, you know what they don't like, you know what they're thinking, you know where they're going, you know where they're headed, you know what their future, you kind of feel like you in it.
Right. For me, I feel like connection, it builds trust, because if you're the person, you want to just feel like you and your person connect. You want to feel like that person is interested in you, and how you think and your personality. You want to know that they're there to enjoy you, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? That's, unconditional love. And we all need to know that, because we ain't perfect and we gonna make some mistakes, right? But with every mistake that we make, we're learning from it. So the fact that we're connected and that you're interested in me and you really in this, like that's what lets me know that you're really in it. You're really for me and you ain't going nowhere, because look how you talk to me. Look how look at the questions you ask me. It ain't questions of interrogation. It's more so questions of intrigue. You know what I'm saying? Again, I talked about this before. It's about how you handle a thing. You know what I'm saying? Are you handling the person like a paper cup, or are you handling them like a piece of a piece of nice crystal?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being delicate with how you approach them and how you talking to them, or is it just whatever come out?
I think a lot of people problem is, I'm not exempt. Once was there. You hold a long time ago though, not right. You going back to your paper cup and your crystal. People be paper cups and y'all be giving them crystal treatment, and then when they break your trust and a crystal come, now you treating that like the paper cup. Heal yourself.
Yeah. Just
because that paper cup broke the trust and now you got a crystal, but you treating it like a paper cup, it's personal. Right. That crystal ain't even a problem. Right. It's you. So, I'm sorry.
No, nice. Watch that chord right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So connection definitely key to building trust and keeping it solid. Where we at? D?
Dependable, my favorite one. I like somebody, baby, be timely, responsible, organized, involved. Here, pay the bills, bring the money in, feed my kids, make sure we good, make sure you're home. Don't come home at times just like crazy. Where you at? What you doing? Just be dependable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When I call you, are you there? Can you come through? Can you show up? Are you available?
I mean, dependability is definitely a key. So when it comes to dependability, what do you feel like is what's the? I'm gonna ask you this about me. What do you feel like I have been most dependable in our relationship?
I would say being present and involved in our relationship and with our children. Like, your family truly comes first. Like, I've never seen you put a job or your family or friends before our union. And that was big for me. I don't gotta be worrying about, but he gotta go watch football Sunday, Monday, or he wanna play the PlayStation. Like, I don't really gotta come against stuff when it pertains to us.
Yeah. Okay. And I can say that how that may have happened. Can't really explain it all, but I think because I made a decision, I really was, intentional. I made a decision a long time ago that this is what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? This is who I'm gonna become, a husband. And in my eyes, that's what a husband was. It was somebody that was dependable. It was somebody that was all in.
Mm-hmm. All in.
Both feet in, not one feet at, here and the other feet somewhere else. All in. And so it's a lot of things that I used to be into before I was married and had a family that I ain't into no more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even keep up with football no more. I don't even be watching sports.
Because you're trying to run it in. You're trying to.
I done ran it in a few times.
Oh my gosh.
The fellas be like, hey, you watching the game? Or such and such. And like asking me about players and all that. Like, I don't be knowing about all that. And, unless, my kids is asking me to come watch the game or something with them, then I watch it because I still love the sport. I played it, Like, I still love it. That hasn't changed. It's just my, where I put my time.
You ain't got time to be...
Yeah, where I put my time at, that changed. My priorities.
You trying to buy back your time, not give it away.
So, and I ain't not. No, we not. Come on, you can't. No, not fellas.
No, listen. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. We're just in a different season of our life. I love sports. I was a cheerleader all my life. Your girl want to be in somebody's stand screaming
nice.
to the top of my... No, I'm just saying. I want to be in the stand screaming to the top of my lungs. However, in this season of our life, we're trying to build. We got a team. We're trying to... take it in. And our time just ain't as free as others who probably can do it. We just can't do it right now. Y'all see me in the stand, though. I ain't knocking nobody that watch.
You in the stands.
Sunday.
You in the stands. Now you in the stands and you cheering for our team.
Absolutely. Let's go, Relationships 101 podcast. Let's go.
You still cheering?
Let's go. But no, for me, that's what it was with you. I feel like you walk your talk. Like, I'm a husband. You're a husband.
Yeah.
You're not one of those that's I'm a husband, but you in everybody's DM. I hope you're not in everybody's DM. Don't embarrass me on these people's platform.
Everybody, y'all DM. Everybody.
But no, you walk your talk, man. Walk your talk.
Hey, that's what I I'm talking.
Walk it like you talk it. Okay, like it.
I'm tunnel vision that way. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it don't. You know what I'm saying? But once I focus on something and I say this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
She done yelled at me a couple times multitasking. Like, I can't. I lock in on something, and that's what I'm on. Don't ask me.
Don't multitask this
other
relationship, though.
things.
I don't want you to multitask this relationship. I ain't asking for that.
Okay.
Not multitasking this relationship.
Okay.
Stay all in. Stay
all.
focused. Stay dependable. Stay believable.
Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, guys, we just wanted to share how you can be able, believable, connected, dependable. Ooh. And it looked different. When we first started off, I don't know if that competence was a little, your girl, baby, before I started reading the books and watching the stuff, babe, what you had?
Listen, I don't, this is the thing though. No, this is the thing though.
Years ago, what you had? You definitely ain't got JasMeka, you got now.
Nah, this is the thing though. Like I say, like it was your faith that drew me. Like I could, cause I'm a visionary, you know what I'm saying? So it was the faith that, it was knowing that, dang, this is somebody who can wrap their faith around what it is that I say I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? For the future. Without, pivoting and doubting and, how we, just too many doubts. She can wrap her faith around it and say, let's go. And that right there was very key for me. And so when I saw that in you, it was like, nah, we can ride. We can ride. You know what I'm saying?
So your girl was believable.
Yeah.
I could play with that. I could wordplay with that.
Yeah. You definitely
I was believable. I was
believable.
I was working on that competency.
Yeah. I mean, I was locked in on being a provider because at the time that's what I thought. You was
dependable.
Only, right?
You was dependable. You was working on that connection.
Right. So I'm locked in on provide and gotta get this, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get that money.
And I'm like, hey, these two jobs, we appreciate it, but where's the time?
Right.
That connection. Where you at?
Right.
What you doing?
Your kids gonna grow up and you still working, and you ain't experienced none of that. Like, yeah, she had to tug on my collar a little bit. But I just was doing what it is that I felt like being a husband and a father was. So I had to grow in that area and expand my vision, you know what I'm saying, in regards to that. But it was because I believed in what we had, you know what I'm saying? Like, you may have, you was going to school, you was, at your stay-at-home type vibe at the time. And it was like, I didn't see a whole lot of imperfections in you as a wife that you may have seen for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we judge ourselves.
Yeah, I was just doing.
That's reality. Like, that's...
Yeah.
We're going to judge ourselves harder than the other person.
Right.
Like, we're our worst critic, unfortunately.
And I spent a lot of time outside. I was working at work more than anything, which most of us are like that still. You know what I'm saying? So, just the inner workings, the connectivity, the connection part of the relationship and all that, like, I wasn't in on that at the time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad we finally made it to the ABCDs. And still working on them. It's still a work in progress, man. Every day. Every day.
But if you're rocking with us, that means you're either in a committed relationship, striving for a relationship, or you married. So our hope is that you continue to be able, believable, connected, and dependable. Reach out for help if you need it. And if you don't know what we're talking about, our next video gonna pop up on the left side of us, right?
One of these sides
is gonna pop up from last week where you could just click on and listen so you could hear what the heck are they talking about. A guy used it for business, we using it for relationship. We strongly believe relationship is like a business. So we use the same principles that they use in a business to make it successful, to make our relationship successful. So we pray that you guys be ABCD. Don't complicate this.
Don't complicate.
Don't complicate it.
This is Relationships 101 podcast. Very basic and very fundamental in what we need to have a healthy relationship and be healthy individuals.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Do you?
Uh-huh. And we out.
Peace.